Okay. Hey. Okay. I think I'll use my natural voice because it's giving feedback. The microphone is giving feedback. Yeah.
You have the lights here, so.
Charlie, let's minimize movement, the noise. I've got January, February. And the qualifier was March. Yeah, it's organized at the back. I don't want to start.
This is meant for. I'm going to sit.
Because we want to do like, I want to do something for you.
This is meant for whoever wants to ask a question. Okay. Henry, that one is there.
So I hope
Yeah, in case anyone wants to talk.
Please, can we start, Max? I'm waiting for your set.
just a second. Talk quick. Then wait for you.
The E3.
Was to issue a statement, and then we also felt that it is appropriate for us to meet the media this afternoon to explain things further. My name is Henry Asantichum. I'm the comms director of the FA and also the media manager of the Black Stars. With me is the vice president of the Ghana Football Association, who also doubles as chairman of the Black Stars Management Committee. We have the head coach Otto Addo here, and then Vice Chairman of the Black Stars Management Committee, Mr. Akwesi Ajimana. So I will begin by inviting the Vice President to give us his opening remarks. After that, the head coach would also speak, and then I will open the floor for your questions. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Over to you.
Thank you, Henry. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, I'll say our colleagues. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for showing up and spending quite a bit of your, almost half the day downstairs. And we have to apologize that we made you sit out there for such lengthy period. Guys, there were a lot of meetings this morning, and Henry was also trying to get himself together. So forgive us for that. First of all, I'd like to extend our thanks and appreciation to the team, especially led by technical team led by Otto and his and staff for the good job that they've done, great job they've done. And I'm saying this with all warmth feeling and support that they gave us in this tournament. And as you know, this is Mondial, the best 32 teams in the world. Happens every 4 years, that you're aware. But it's important for us to cast our mind back a year ago where we were as a team, as the Black Stars. A year ago, exactly about a year ago, we had just crashed out. We were crashed out of the AFCON, and we had to. The coach departed, and we had to restructure the entire team. And out of that, we put a new technical team together. And in March, through the efforts of the FA, led by President, we were able to, and the support of the technical team, new technical team, we were able to qualify to the World Cup by the end of March. So if you cast your mind back and if you look forward to where we are today, if you look at the team, aside from, you can see it's a much more improved performance from where we were. And this is not by a stroke of luck, it's by a lot of work that has gone behind the scenes to be able to put such a young, talented, formidable side together. And it's important at this point to also thank the people that made this happen, especially the government, current government that provided all the support and the amenities. And as you saw, the president came even to the first game to support us. The Minister of Youth and Sports has been strength and tower to this fraternity, in which we are very thankful to be able to help this team to participate at this level. In terms of performance, you all know
the first game was a difficult game. Second game, we triumphed, and unfortunately, the third game, at this level, you have to take your chances. Somehow, we did not take some of the chances, and it's football. But overall, I think the team's performance, it's positive. It's very positive. We're very hopeful that going forward with such a young, talented team, we would definitely. Winning team sooner, not later. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the numerous supporters who came from all parts of the world to support the team. We are grateful. We would thank the media for your content that you put out there, that also educated a whole breadth of people across the globe about the team, the national team, the Black Stars. We also like to thank our sponsors who came from all afar and came to be part of this fiesta and their continued support to the FA. We are also thankful of the government, I said, and I can't say enough. The minister, of course, the Minister of Sports, who has been a tower of strength and working together with the FA. All our stakeholders, we'd like to thank all of them. And I will look forward to a more exciting team going forward. And also, more importantly, we couldn't thank Otto more enough for all the work that you've done. We are very grateful, and with your team for all the support that you've done. The countless nights that we saw you working, almost 24 hours wasn't enough. You did everything to make sure to put a team that we know we have a solid team going forward, and we are very, very grateful. We'd like to thank the president as well as the ESCO and the FA, the staff, the FA who were here to support. There's one thing sometimes people forget. Behind the scenes, there's a countless number of people from all walks of life that help put this, that supports the team. You have communications, you have security, you have marketing, kids, people that ran around hours before the team came to collect stuff. We have accommodation, arrivals, people leaving, coming, picking at nights, So there's a whole list of people faceless people that people don't see, and I would like to take this opportunity to recognize all for the work that they've done to make us who we are today, that the world so much admire. And that's one thing I would say when you watch the Black Star. Yesterday I was sitting with some people from Germany, Argentina, and the world leaders. I cannot get enough of your team. It's incredible how the performance of your team, such a young, talented team, quite the type of football they play, is just beautiful. So we are excited, and we look forward to more happy days ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so that was Mr. McAddo, chairman of the Black Stars Management Committee. It's now time to hear from our coach, Otto. Otto, so if you signal me, I don't know. All right, so let's now hear from the coach.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Henry. Thank you, Vice. I think you said it all. We have to thank the Almighty God for giving us, or for giving me also this opportunity, for giving us a team like this. I think, yeah, I'm very, very proud of the boys. They give their all. Sometimes it's bad luck. This is also part of football, the ugly side of football. Sometimes you are lucky, sometimes you're not lucky. But they did all they can, and sometimes it's not in your hands. I would like to thank the president, Mr. Kreku, for giving me this chance, for letting me do my work the way I wanted. I really appreciate this. Yeah, this was the best circumstance I would like to work on. It appeared. I like to thank the whole technical staff for supporting me in the best way they could. I think this was a really solid and loyal unit. Everybody worked a lot. Like you said, nobody sees this, but there was a lot of work behind the scenes, preparing for this World Cup, also preparing even to qualify. I thank the people of Ghana. Although I know there's also a lot of people negative and all that, and also the press sometimes negative, a lot of support, especially when I started. I will never forget this first game in Kumasi, coming with the team back to Ghana to play after a bad AFCON, and then the crowd expecting us like this is massive, incredible. I think the players gave it back to the supporters. We qualified, and this is, I think, what Mr. Weiss said. We should never forget where we came from, and the facts are we didn't qualify in 2018, and the AFCON was not good, and it was difficult times, really, really difficult times. Before even I stepped 1 feet as a coach on the field, there was a lot of criticism, a lot of doubt, which is maybe normal, but the FA hold solid to me and supported me all the way and showed me that what you want in your life is on the other side of field. So you have to go beyond that, and for this you need support, and this is what I got, and I really want to thank everybody for this. Then furthermore, the sports minister was always backing us up, and then also His Excellency, our President of the nation, giving the support to the team whenever he could, even to come here to see the players, to wish them well. We don't take it for granted. I would also like to use this opportunity again, yesterday I said it, to give my thanks to also players who brought us here. We always try to have the best possible squad. Some got injured, some couldn't make it into the squad, because others were also doing good. And I would like to thank first of all Barcasso, and I think all of you watched the match against South Africa, where he himself sacrificed his own health. And I was very, very sad when he received a lot of insults. He sacrificed his health for the nation. This can happen in football. And afterwards, you will be insulted. The people forgot what happened. We wouldn't be here with those warriors fighting against South Africa, winning 1-0 against Cape Coast, with Rayabash as coach. And people shouldn't forget. We should never forget where we came from. Even you yourself, you should never forget. Even if you live in Europe, you should never forget that you're African. Never forget, never forget. It's a basic thing. So Barcasso, then surely guys like Jonathan Mensah, always ready to help, always supporting the team from behind. And we have matured older players like Asian, like Mutari showing up, supporting the team, giving them very, very good advice, giving me good advice. Then also injured players, or let me not forget Andy Yaudom, for example, also regular helping the team, playing good, helping us to qualify for the World Cup. And not last but not least, Felix Afenajan, very young, talented guy, very good in his work ethic, really, really helped us. And for me, what happened, these were the most difficult decisions to make. To leave players out who have very good character, and were always ready to give it all for the team. Then also surely those who got injured, like Benjamin Tete, Jojo Wallacott, Richard Afori, supporting the team all the way. Baba Idrisu, excellent player, just unlucky. So we should never forget, please. With all the criticism or whatever, or things went wrong maybe in your eyes, for me, I'm very, very proud, especially of these boys who are not there, and then the boys who didn't play this World Cup. We were there supporting the team all the way, even though they didn't play. And for me, it's first is character. Character is always first. This is which should stand out. I'm very, very thankful to have worked with such a good and also group which is always willing to learn to improve himself. Thank you to the players, thank you to the staff, thank you to the technical team, thank you to the board members who always supported us. And like I said, this is football, it's the ugly side of football. But if it's not where we wanted to go, it's definitely not the end. If we are not right now there where we wanted to go, and we wanted more, even though we made it and we wanted more, it's not the end. We have a young and talented group, and which needs support from every one of us, even in bad times. And I can just underline that the group is very, very good, and we need the support of all Ghanaians. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll take a few questions and
Very thank you. If I could start on a lighter note. All of you appear to be bald. That's on the lighter side. But on a more serious note, my question is to Mr. Vice President. You mentioned the fact that we have a very young team who we will be looking forward to a lot of bigger things in the near future. If I may ask, Mr. Otuado is leaving. Have you started any conversation on hiring someone already?
We are yet to present our report We're yet to present our report. We're still working on it. And the first thing is after the tournament, like to present a report to the Executive Council, the President. And after the review of that, those decisions will be done. But yes, we definitely, the decision will be made, but we have to first submit our report, the technical report, all that to put it in context, and then decisions will be made from there. And when the decisions are made, I think you will go first with it.
Okay, Maurice. Okay, thank you. My name is Maurice Kwanzaa with the Graphic. My question goes to the coach. We expected to go beyond where we got to, but for you as a coach, what are lessons you've picked from this tournament, from the time you prepared the team, qualified, prepared the team up to then? What are lessons you've learned on your way forward as a coach? And looking back at all that we've gone through, what are the positives you think we can pick from our participation in the World Cup and build on, even without you as head coach? Thank you.
Before I answer the first question, I would like to know what you were thinking, you personally were thinking when we were played against Nigeria. Did you went out in the media and said that we will qualify?
We expected.
You said your expectation to go further.
No, further in this.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
So I want to go back.
Yes.
What were your expectations when we played against Nigeria?
Oh, I expected that we qualified.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is very good, and this is also the way I think. Always positive, always eager to learn. I'm to be honest, I'm obsessed with improving myself, and I would, whatever outcome is, I always want to improve. And I think this is the nature of a lot of coaches. Even if I would have won the World Cup, I would have go through what could we have done better. So surely this is what I will do. Actually, yesterday I was so sad that I cut it off to talk to the players, to analyze the game in detail. I watched it again, but not in detail. And I got a good advice that I should let go first of all, to calm down. Was very, very tough to take yesterday because we had quite good chances. It was in our own hands to go to the next round. And so there's always things to improve. The problem in football is that there's no proof of maybe if I would have done this or that differently, that we would have qualified. Because even if everything would have stayed like this and we would have taken the lead 1-0, it would be another game. So it's very, very difficult. But I see a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room, especially because we have young players and we have very, very good players. So, but this is a normal thing. There's not one game I've seen where I didn't see anything which could have been done better. So, and it would take, I think, too long to go really into details. But there are a lot of things to learn. And just to give you maybe small examples, and this is also, this is actually really exclusive because I didn't talk with the players about it, but there are some small things, and this is what we can learn from the Uruguayans' mentality. If you just take the penalty, if you watched it close after the shot, how many Uruguayans were and came for the second ball? Like 6 or 7 players. And with us, nobody was there, maybe to take the chance. So it's about the mentality to first of all to believe, but also to be ready for everything. To be ready for everything. And this is definitely a thing which especially young players have to learn, you know? And I've seen so many things in football, and I've experienced it live, that anything is possible. And with all the talent, I think we have to build up more of our mindset. And this goes for the players, but also, I think, also for the public. I like that everybody has expectations, but also I feel and I see or people show me a lot of negativity. And you guys have one of the biggest responsibilities. Everybody's listening to you, everybody is listening to what you say, and for me personally, I will never understand the mentality of rooting against a human to fail. And there are some people doing this. I will never understand this. I was raised for my mother to treat the janitor the same as a CEO. And I will go on that path. I will continue to go on that path. I strongly believe that this is the right way to do things. But back to you, I think you have a great responsibility, more to, instead of outdooring others, to inspire. A lot of young people are listening to you. And if there are stations where they are insulting people, there are young kids, 6, 7, 8, listening to this, what do you expect for the future? So I think in all, and this doesn't only go to the players, for everybody, we have to develop and change a little bit our mindset. If we can all grow together in the right direction, and then we will be more successful.
All right, thank you, Coach. My name is Thierry. My first question is, your decision seemed to have been made even before the start of the World Cup, to step aside after the tournament. If you can help us understand the thinking that's gone into that, if you can outline what the immediate and long-term plans are for you, and if we should expect you back in the Black Stars. Do you have interest in returning to the Black Stars in future? My second question is, you've been a big part of the building of this squad. It's a new squad that seems to have a good future. Having spent these months with them, how far can this team go? What do you think they can achieve together? Also considering that Ghana expects to win the Africa Cup of Nations.
Okay. First question about the decision. It's not only my hands. Before I started to work for the GFA, everybody knew, and I said it before, I have a contract with Dortmund, and I have to respect that. And even to come here was very difficult, and the GFA put a lot of effort to release me. And at the end, they came by themselves to Dortmund to speak to the board. And at the end, they decided to release me for this task. What you have to know is the position I have as a talent coach is very, very crucial in Dortmund. We produce every year a lot of big talents, and it's a very crucial and important position for the club. So normally they wouldn't want to let me go, but because I want to help the country, and the GFA went there and had very, very good talks, they released me for 6 months. So it was, and I said it when I started, that I have a contract I could just sign for 6 months. This was the agreement between the GFA and Borussia Dortmund. It was not possible to do it longer. And they told me they wouldn't like me to go. But I talked to them that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. So they let me go, and we agreed on a 6 months term. So it will end now, and it hasn't got anything to do with the outcome or result. It would have, and also if we would have been world champions. I have to respect my contract. I have to respect the club I'm working for, and surely, maybe one day I will get a chance to work again with the GFA. But the next 2.5 years, I have a contract with Dortmund. I have to respect it. The second question: future of the team. Having difficulties to put pressure, especially on young players. I think everyone knows that we have a good team, and that hopefully if we continue developing, and this is the most important thing, don't expect everything today and now. It's a process. Even if a new coach comes, I would like and I would love that, first of all, give him the chance. With me, before I came, I don't know if it was everybody, but a lot of negatives, even before I put one step on the ground, came towards me. People were sending me things. So I wish for the next coach to come, give him the chance to show himself, to develop, and then let them grow. And sometimes it takes losses to grow. Sometimes the best sportsmen in the world, they lost a lot. Michael Jordan, he wasn't even picked by his high school team, but he developed. It's a process. So the key to success is surely consistency and also patience. And I know it's difficult, but like I said, I think we all have to change a little bit of our mentality and support a little bit more, and especially a young team like this, which can surely win the AFCON, but sometimes things take time to integrate, to develop. And I would like you to let them work in peace and grow in peace and develop in peace.
All right, thank you very much. Coach, you keep mentioning negativity from the media. Is it one of the reasons you live in your job? And also, my next question is, in our first game against Portugal, you made 2 changes, Dede Ayew and Kudus Mohamed. Was that a mistake? Because a lot of Ghanaians are talking about it, especially when one got the assist and one scored.
Okay. So, the first question, criteria of that's why I leave. No, I did. Like I explained already why I'm leaving. It was all set in May. That's 6 months, so it's not about the criteria. I've played together with Kupo in the national team. I know how it is and how mentally strong you have to be as a player, especially to take critics and then continue playing good. For me as a coach, to be honest, it's nothing, because I'm just standing there at the side. I can't do big mistakes surely in my thinking, but I have my plan, and it's nothing can change me from this. Nobody. If I have my plan, maybe my technical team, they can convince me, and I want people around to challenge me. That's because I grow. I don't want people around me that when I say something, yes, they say yes, master, okay, we do it. I don't want this. I want to learn from others, and I can learn from everybody, even from the kidman. And this is what I want. And if we discuss things, we decide. At the end, I decide, and we do it. So I don't fear any of your criteria or whatever. I'm so long in the game, I'm used to this. For me, it's not a problem. I don't fear anything. just got. The second question was what again? The changes? Yeah, I would, it's just in general. I would love to get these questions of changes when we win. It's easy when we lose. The first question, why did you do this? And why did you do this? And when we win, no questions. Okay, good. When we play against Switzerland, I know that if we would have lost, why was Kudus on the bench? Why was Partey on the bench? Why was whatever? I know. And it's also good I'm taking criticism. And not that I'm doing everything right, but for me it's a little bit too simple. Too simple to reuse. Why did you do this and why do this? If I would have let them on, and let's say one of the two will get a yellow red card. Why did you change him? Then he had the yellow card, he can't go to do it. You needed to win the game. You wanted to press very high and hard, but for the player it's a problem. If you have a yellow card, you can't go all in. All in means you're taking in favor. Sometimes you're too late and it's a foul. Or you win the ball. It's 50-50 sometimes. If you have a yellow card, as a player, there are two things I don't like. First of all, you don't go all in. And the second thing, if you do it, you can get a red card and then it's over. So I wanted to minimize this situation, that's all. And we have fresh legs on the bench, we had fresh legs, and I wanted them to go all in, press all in. I wanted to at least equalize. And that was the reason. It was not against their playing or because they score or whatever. No, and we have a good squad, young, talented players, and this was my fault. And at the end, I don't know if it was a mistake or not. Nobody would know if they would have got yellow, red or not.
I think the final finish was done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay, thank you very much. My name is Niapia, GBC Radio. Well, Coach, you talked about some players who contributed immensely towards the team's qualification. You mentioned Wakaso, Benjamin Tete, and Afna Jan. And of course, some of them couldn't make it because they got injured. And some of them were dropped. Now, with the benefit of hindsight, would you say that you have any regrets for dropping some of the players who were not injured, but you did not select them for this tournament? Yeah, thank you.
No. Like I said, the good characters, I'm feeling sorry for them. Like, this was my toughest decision. It's not about what to say to the press or who to play maybe in the World Cup or who to change do the work. The toughest decision was this 26-man squad, because I like good characters and they are good characters. So it was hard for me. This was the hardest decision for me. But surely this is my role. I had to take decisions, and but I didn't regret anything because what I saw was good. And like I said, it's just margins. Maybe we score, we lead 1-0, and it's a different game. It's a different game, and outcome maybe also. So I don't regret. Surely there's not only one way to success. There are many ways, and somebody might have taken other decisions, but this is the way I think, and I still think, and I thought.
Okay, I'm free. I recall watching you in 2000 when Ghana co-hosted with Nigeria, yourself, Samuel Sekufo, Daniel Ado, Stephen Bedu. It was amazing. Now you brought in Inaki Williams, you brought in Tariq Lamptey and Professor, the right back. What sort of impact did these guys make, and were you excited about the sort of inputs they made in this whole tournament?
Yes, I think in general, we want to raise the standard every day, and we started looking around who can improve the team or who can challenge those who are there already. So for us, it's about performance, and if you have this one thing which we all have in common, if we have Ghanaian heritage, you are you're a person to be watched. And yeah, this is what we did. Everybody helped, the whole board, the president, everybody helped to get the best players we could, referring to the style of play I want. And yeah, I think we did well, integrated a lot of new players, and they did well. The more challenges they have internal, the better is the outcome external. And yeah, I'm happy that they decided to play for Ghana.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, I have two questions, one for the coach and one for management. Otto, you keep referencing the mentality of our players, and from indications, it looks a major weakness for us. How do we deal with this challenge moving on? And to the managers, from what Otto says, it means we knew back in May that Otto will not stay beyond the World Cup. Do we have any succession plan in place? And if we do, what is it?
Okay, is your question for the coach? Is your question for the coach? I want him to finish answering his question.
It's for the management. That's fine, it's for the coach.
Oh, coach?
Yes. So should I go on? Okay.
So the mindset.
Yes.
So the mindset, I don't know where to start. I think, okay, Johan Cruyff said once, I played 6-7 times a day in a week football, and 3 times I played at Ajax. So where do you think I learned to play football? And it's the same with mentality. It starts at everyone's home, and it starts with you putting out a certain mentality to the public. It's education, and education hasn't got anything to do with intelligence. You can have a bachelor's degree. Don't get this wrong. You can have a bachelor's degree, but still put in or nurture the wrong things. So it starts with all of us at home. The parents, they see the kids at home. And it's about to bring positivity, to bring, to give them an aim in their life. And it's about a general mindset and character that you can reach everything if you want. If you work hard, and you have to believe. Even if you're 2-0 behind, you have to believe. Samuel Kufo, he experienced it in his own eyes. 1 minute to go, they were leading, Champions League final. Man United scored 2 goals, pop, finish.
But don't remember me.
Yeah, sorry. No, this is what we have to give them, the belief. And it starts with you guys. You have a big responsibility, I'm telling you. Everybody's reading the newspaper, listening to the radio stations. When I go to Ghana, everybody, oh, radio station, oh, this, that. What they learn I mean, there are some radio stations insulting people. Is this what our kids should learn? You think so? Then we won't get far. We won't get far. We have to grow together. You know, look for solutions. And it starts, the mindset of the players starts at home. The belief. Even if you're 3-0 behind, okay, let's be there. If our captain is taking responsibility, it's a big responsibility he's taking. For me, it's not about him missing. It's more about who is following the shot. Who's there? Maybe the goalkeeper, he's not catching it. Who's there? It's more about this. And this is a little bit different in Germany. We won't look at, oh, this guy, he missed again, and people are making jokes. No, they'll look, oh, who's following him? Who's bringing up? Come on, we continue. Who are the persons? You know, so that's why I really respect, especially the guys who were here and didn't play, for cheering everybody up. Being the first to sing, to pray, to help each other. This is the right mentality. So I don't regret anything of those who were here. They were very good.
Okay.
All right.
Is your question for the coach? Yes. For the coach.
Okay.
Just for the coach.
For the coach, yes.
I want him to finish before Vice.
So we move the mic. All right, that's fine. Okay, coach, I want to ask this. You just described that your job with Dortmund is huge and crucial for the club. So I can imagine there's a lot that goes on in that department, and you're normally busy. I want to ask, in your viewpoints, do you think in the last 6 months, if you had
full-time hands-on with these group of players, things might have been different in this competition? That's my first question. And then secondly, Coach, you live in the Black Stars, as you've already said. What would be your advice if the next coach picks the phone to give you a phone call? Having said that, I want to say thank you and wish you well and good luck in the next things that you do.
Yeah, I think personally I give it all the last 6 months. The only people who suffered because of this was maybe my family, because I was working, and then in the evening I was working, and sometimes in the night I was working, watching clips, talking to the coaching staff, having Zoom meetings from 10 to 2, 3 o'clock in the night, next morning going again to Dortmund to work. So there was not more I could do. Maybe I could sleep more, that's all. But there was not more I could do, and the windows we had were in June, September, and then World Cup. So there was not much time. Surely this is normal. If we would have had more time together, then we could have developed even better. I saw the process, and I know it's difficult for a lot of people to understand. Maybe I'm a little bit more modern coach. I'm a strong believer of freshness, and also that I look at detail which player fits into which system, into which situation. And it could be that we even win the game and I make changes. And it's like old-fashioned mind is not understandable, because we have to keep the same squad, but sometimes a different game brings different demands, and therefore I make changes in the system and also with the players. And the second question was,
what would you tell the next coach if he reached out to you? What advice would you give him?
Yeah, I think first of all to be himself, to fulfill his idea, no matter who try to come in between, and but he should listen to his coaching staff, take advices, and if there's anything I can do or to help, I'm always there to help or give advice, to help my motherland, and that's all. But I think the first thing is like not to listen to negativity too much, not be fearless, do whatever you think, because if you do something that it was not in your head, then you regret. But if you do it the way you wanted it to be, you can't regret anything, because this is the way you thought about it.
Okay, yeah. The last question.
Yes, Coach, listening to you, it's obvious that you're very strong on leadership. I mean, everything you talk about, the bottom line is leadership. And perhaps on the pitch, we didn't have enough leaders. I could be wrong, on the day. Watching you from 2006, Germany making your debut as a player, your experiences with Dortmund, Sami Kufuor by your side, Anthony Balfour around 2006, you guys were all there. You've learned a lot. I'm thinking a manual that will be a template for the Black Stars, whoever takes over. We have a manual that this is our World Cup template. Is there something that you have thought about? Is there something that you leave behind as a notebook for the next coach, as Sicho was saying? And then also, how can Ghana football be described? We have the Italians, the Catenaccio, the Germans, we know the machine, the Brazilians. Ghana football now, how would you describe it? And do you think the German system would best suit Ghana football as sort of a new crossway between the skillful, talented, beautiful football and the German mentality and leadership?
Yeah. So the first question, if we're leaving something behind,
it's like a book, manual, template.
No, our president is very keen to know what we do, and we are very open. And we had 4 coaches with us who joined us during the sessions and in the preparation of the games, everything. So they are also learning, taking notes, and President wants to install some things. It's not my idea, it's the FA idea to install some things to take for the future. And yeah, I think it's already going on. The process is starting to make some things as a standard. And I think we did well, and still we can improve. And the FA is working on it really, and trying to introduce a lot of coaches, but also others in the way we work. And I think, like I said, for me it's about the willingness to improve. And I started myself. I'm obsessed with learning every day. And if we can get this mentality, then we are on the right path. Second question was?
System, philosophy, style of Ghana football.
So first of all, I think it's very important that Ghana will never leave this street football. So this natural talent which the kids get from the streets at young ages, we have to keep it. And it's sometimes a challenge, because now you have these mobile phones, you have computers, you have we're doing the streets very nicely, it's very good. But when I go to Bubashi, the streets where I was playing, you can't play football there anymore. So we have to find something that keeps them as skillful as they are. It's a beauty to watch these players play. And even though we lost yesterday, we saw so many skillful, young, talented players, and coming from Nima or wherever, you know. So we have to keep this hunger, even though surely we want our society also to change, things to get better. But it's very important we have an eye on these skillful players, that they don't lose it. And if you can combine it with the right education, and to develop not only the GFA or the way they play, maybe the playing style, but it starts from the coast, from our own league to develop. Everybody should think, what can we do to develop? And when we do this, the outcome will be perfect. I mean, like street football combined with discipline, defensive work. I think then Ghana has a bright future, because this is what is missing at the end in Germany. You know, they are arguing from the other side. You know, they have discipline, they have everything, they have big money, but where are the skillful players? Where are the players which can make changes? And this is missing there. So it's a big problem in Germany at the moment. And as we see at this World Cup, there are no more small nations. You know? Germany's out, Belgium is out. They think they are all that. Belgium, I think, was second or third world ranked. Germany is also high up somewhere. Saudi Arabia is beating Argentina. Unthinkable. Unthinkable. And 20 years ago, unthinkable. But you see now, the so-called smaller countries are picking up, and it's on the edge now. So one thing maybe we are missing is maybe what others have, but they are also missing a lot of things what we have.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. I think Vice will now talk about the succession and the way forward for the team. I think someone asked a question.
Michael.
Yes.
Okay, Michael, I think your question was, we knew that coach would be naming himself to the succession plan. Yes, we do have a succession plan. We're just going through the process. It's a process. So, the FA works with different stakeholders in these decision making. So, like I said, the first thing is to get our reports in quickly, have a meeting within our stakeholders, and then include the president and the exco. And once that's done, the decisions are made, and the government, and we just move forward. But we have a plan.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Thank you, Otto. Thank you, Mr. Kwesiagyman, and then Mr. Sami Kufo. Thank you so much.
Is that why?
Yes.
I wanted to add something, but it's just
Just a second.
seriously.
Okay, so Mr. Samuel Sekufo says he wants to put in a few words. So we are all ears, Mr. Kufo.
Well, I think it's beautiful to see our countrymen at this level in terms of journalism. We all agree that it's not what we expected to happen to us yesterday, and we believe, like Coach said, we believe in our team. So I will plead, please, we shouldn't even point fingers on each and every player or whoever did something wrong here. I will still insist we should find a solution to our problems than to point fingers. It will not help. We all know that we want to go far. Look at how many people are here, how many business that goes on in Ghana, and somebody's maybe earning 1 cedi or 2 cedi. It's good for all of us when Ghana goes high. So I will still plead we should just take it easy with these young players that we call them. I can take the pressure. It's not everybody that can take the pressure. When I was playing, I hear everything in Germany, wherever critics here and there. I don't care. But know everybody who has that heart. These are the young ones. So please, let's just hold them into the high esteem. It's not like we have to brush them, but we should them for what they have achieved. This young team, Germany, coach said something. They are now trying to go on the street to find the talent and giving them football to juggle, to do whatever they want to do. But we have it natural. So please, we shouldn't point fingers, and like I said, but we should try and find a solution. How can we get better from here? It started all with all of us. So please, I'm pleading, and I'm just saying it again. We shouldn't point fingers on each and every player, but we should just encourage them to do better for our motherland, Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that okay?
Very good. Very good.
Yes,
Okay, so we are done.